Hello, welcome in everybody. My name is Laura from Tenacious Taurus Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message for Wednesday, May the 22nd. Keep in mind, timing and energy is still fluid. This could play out today. The message may or may not be for you. So just take what resonates and leave behind the rest. Today, we have the sun forming a trine to Pluto. These energies have been building. And so these energies are going to be exact today at 2 degrees. And so 2 is all about crossroad energy. And High Priestess was a very strong message that came through. The High Priestess card. This is the path to self-discovery, the High Priestess. And so a lot of crown chakra downloads have been coming through consistently for me over the last couple of weeks. We are in a very collective, tough time right now. And these energies are very intense for those that chose this awakening path, this self-discovery path. And so going inward really, I feel, is going to serve us over the coming days as these energies kind of they become exact. And then they're going to separate. And so the buildup and then the release of the buildup, 111. And so we're at a very pivotal intersection. We are on this major rebirth process. And so the rebirth process really is about making things right. So I think right now we are all being asked to take those necessary steps to create whatever manifestation we've been aiming for, whatever goals we've been setting to go towards when it comes to this deeper understanding of self as well. And so reflecting for sure on any desired change and what we need to do to create that change in our reality. And so right now I feel a major clearing away of distractions. And I don't know if that's because Pluto is in my 12th house and the sun is sitting in my 4th house, but I'm just very much focused on home, family, and clearing away any distractions. And speaking of distractions, my weekend getaway really got me off track when it comes to the bookings that I've had booked in. And so anybody that is still waiting for their pre-recorded session, I'm pretty sure I reached out to everybody. Please expect to see those within the next 24 to 48 hours. I do appreciate your patience with me taking a couple days off. But I think we're going to jump in with the card portion of the reading now. So before jumping in with the cards, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video, comment on the video, and share the video, especially if you're resonating with the message. It just allows you to support the channel in a nice, free, easy way, and it just encourages me to put more messages out there. Let's jump in with the crystal stone deck today. Moldavite. I was really drawn to Moldavite because I feel we're in a massive clearing. Bottom of the deck, howlite. And so howlite is a really good stone to organize your headspace. And so howlite's great for anybody that's under pressure, under stress, really up in their head, overthinking things. Maybe you need some breathing room. There might be a need to take a step back from a certain situation and take a breath. Maybe you need some breathing room here. And I also have it, I feel like turquoise is similar to the howlite. But there's like a slate cleaning energy for sure coming through with the howlite energy today. And so we're going through this expansion of our consciousness. Pluto comes to rebirth our identity, right? Our very identity. The sun is the ego. It is the identity. In the sign of Gemini, we are talking about a twin energy here, duality. And so the energy right now, I feel, is allowing us to discern exactly what we need, exactly what we don't need, so we can really focus on exactly what it is that we need to do to get where it is we need to go. And so somebody here might just need a break. I know I just needed a break last weekend, and so it really put things back into perspective for me as to where I want to go moving forward, what I want to do with the channel. And so next level. We're going to the next level on the spiritual journey. And so a lot of us are here to channel these energies and channel these messages and to go into this higher exploration of consciousness. And so there's a lot of supernatural communication that takes place, I find, as we traverse from the 3rd dimension into the 4th dimension and above. And so many of us are soothsayers. We are healers, almost like a spiritual therapist, a psychic healer. And so somebody here, I feel, is being asked to speak up It might be time to channel, and we channel straight through the heart. A lot of us channel straight through the heart. And so there might be a throat chakra block here that needs to be released when it comes to unlocking creativity or a new creative idea that's trying to be downloaded. So beam yourself way up. So there is somebody here that needs to meditate. I do feel a channeler. And so this is a good thing. It might feel like a little bit of a curse at first when all of these energies come in and it feels like you're being teleported into these states of transcendence, and a lot of things can get very confusing. And there are also a lot of cynics on the spiritual path as well. So I do feel, you know, sometimes it feels like when that ray kind of comes on and we're beamed up on high when it comes to this awakening, it doesn't feel like a good thing, but we can't dishonor our innermost authenticity here. So somebody here I feel is being asked to stop being skeptical about their channeling abilities, to stop being skeptical about stepping into their true purpose. So meditate, pray, practice channeling this energy, because I think somebody here also feels like maybe their life is like a moving target. So the howlite will allow you to take care of your heart and to calm your mind space, because somebody here I think is just trying to figure it all out and put together the pieces is what that feels like. So there might be a hurdle to overcome in the energies over the coming days. But let's get into it, and let's get a few of these messages for the collective. Keep in mind, this reading is not sign specific. So if you would like a more personalized reading, please feel free to check out the description box below or above. There will be a video card link. So we get Tektite. Tektite is a stone that allows us to ground as we expand into these intergalactic horizons. And so when we tap into these higher truths, this higher knowledge, it can be very impactful on our physical reality to traverse into these higher states of knowing. And so we are also currently closing out a lot of karmic relationships where we're overburdened. And so there's a lot of resentments, I feel, as well, when it comes to projections and people unwilling to let go of those false realities. And so I feel this is a really good grounding energy. Somebody here might be also tapping into ancient knowledge, ancient theories, studying ancient theories, ancient mythology. But I feel somebody's spiritual journey has been initiated and it's like blasting off. So I'm pretty sure in the forecast yesterday, I think that I posted for the twins, there was that energy of being shot back like an arrow, the tension of the arrow building. And so somebody here I feel is expanding for sure. We get Scosalite. And so this is about diving deep into your dreams, which would be the subconscious wishes that you made before teleporting down to earth. And so I do feel there's a lot of subconscious messages being brought to the forefront with the Plutonian trying the sun aspect as well. And so take time. The energies too might require you to get a little bit more sleep as you go to the next level for your journey. 818 on the timer. Grab a book. Journal anything that's coming through, I feel, because I feel this beautiful exploring of these higher landscapes coming through. So stop worrying. If you've been up all night worrying, Tektite might allow you to stay grounded. And then we get chrysoprase. And so this is growing from the heart. And that's interesting. The second I flipped it, I felt this pressure right here, about right here on the heart. And so somebody here might be exploring their youth, like nostalgia. There might be a looking back at the past coming through, a heavy dose, I feel, on the heart. And so chrysoprase, green chrysoprase, is actually a very rare stone. But I feel there's also this inner child work that is being brought to the surface that needs some heart healing. So somebody here might be holding their hand against their heart. You might want to tell your inner child how much you love them, because we are closing out a lot of traumatic cycles as well. When we close out these ancestral patterns and we recognize the patterns and we close them out, it sometimes feels like you're going to cry forever, and you're never going to stop the purging process of forgiveness of self and forgiveness of everyone. And so I feel like tell your inner child that you love them is a very strong message too, because somebody here is evolving as a being and becoming their most authentic self. And in order to do that, we have to purge all of these subconscious patterns. And so bottom of the deck, enter your chill zone. So you might just need to tune in to the frequency of serenity. And to do that, you have to tune out distractions. So that's just confirming what I channeled in the astrology. And so somebody here, I feel just is so cerebral. It's time to get out of the head. And so if you're all up in your cerebral space, you're going to create confusion. You're going to create chaos. You're going to be frazzled. You need to drop it back into the heart. And sometimes that's really hard. And so you might need to just run a bubble bath. Maybe put on some meditation music, run a bubble bath, but there's a need to stop freaking out. I do feel that is also creating more blocks. And so release any energy that's not yours to begin with, and stop ignoring the consistent signs coming from inside the house, coming from your inner voice, because somebody's inner voice is screaming at them about a situation, I feel, where there needs to be discernment too. So stop and really listen to that inner voice, because we are here to create heaven on earth, but we first need to take our time to get there, right? We have to figure out our wants, our unwants. And so you might be surprised at what your guides are bringing forward right now, but I feel it's really time to step up, and it's time to stop and really, really listen. So let's get a few more messages with the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck. Visions. Third eye energy healer. So channeler, we do have a very gifted channeler, a healer here. So maybe it's time to channel these energies through words. In order to clear some thought processes, we do have to get it out of our head and into the physical reality. Words are spells. Our thoughts are also energy. Thoughts create energy. And if our thoughts are frazzled, then the energy around us is going to be frazzled, and it's going to create a lot of friction. And so somebody here might be going through a third eye awakening, receiving prophetic messages, and maybe this has been triggered through some type of powerful symbolism. I remember just the codes and the keys that kept being activated for me. It just took very simple keys and codes and notes and phrases and words and pictures to fully blow open my third eye after my intense awakening. And so somebody here is receiving important messages from the divine about their healing work, about their healing mission. And so healing self, healing others. So let's dive into this. Somebody here is raising their vibration. So what else do we got today for the collective? If you would like to become a channel member, guys, I go live every Thursday at noon on the channel, Eastern Standard Time. And so this week I'm going to talk about the full moon in Sag and how it might affect you going through all of the houses. So if that interests you and you're on the path of growth and self-discovery and you'd like to learn a little bit more about yourself, come on over to the other side. I'd love to have you over there. So there will be a video card link above or below in the description box. You will find the link to join to become a channel member. But we need to keep it going here. So triggering. And so the energies are triggering. And so if something is there to trigger you, it is there to get you to do a deeper dive. So triggers come along, and certain people will pull triggers of yours unbeknownst to them. A lot of people will pull your triggers and not intentionally do it. Some intentionally do it. So you might be put to the test regarding a pattern. And so the trigger comes in 1331, the mirror, to address a pattern with yourself, with others. And so triggers are there to get you to clear something that's a block when it comes to a pattern. And so if it brings up certain behaviors that maybe trigger you, that you don't want to talk about, then you do have to do that deeper dive to look at that, right? And so right now, divine timing is saying a lot of people in the collective are in tough situations. They're realizing like, hey, it's time to surrender. There's a lot of upheaval when it comes to truth. When it comes to evolution, we get divine masculine, we get telepathy. What else do we get? And we get relationship paradigm shift. So there is a connection for sure. And so we are also healing our inner divine masculine. So take this how it resonates. Twin soul energy is loud. And there is also a need to surrender the ego, because a lot of people will get activated with the template. But the twin flame journey really is a journey of integrating our own inner masculine and feminine energies to become independent, interdependent, because we are not here to be codependent beings. We all come into this world alone, so we are all our own twin flame. And so there might be a need to address your inner masculine. There could be telepathy coming through from a divine masculine, where you are transmitting each other's thoughts and emotions. But there is also a need to understand that we cannot wait as the feminine as well. We have to assert our own inner masculine. We have to assert our own logic. We have to come from a place of reason along with compassion. We cannot be overly emotional. We also have to recognize where we reject and abandon our own inner masculine by being needy, by being clingy, and by chasing after things that don't want to be caught. And so I feel a lot of us are just being asked to progress forward. And so there are relationships that are shifting, and we are shifting the paradigm of how we do relationships. As people come back in line and recognize these patterns, we have to do the work, right? And so we're ready to do the work, and Spirit's saying, oh, we get divine feminine under the triggering. There could be a divine feminine here getting triggered. I do feel anything that triggers you is there to show you what is lacking. And so the divine feminine energy now exhibits the intuition. We do need to master integration of the two, alignment of the two. And so the feminine can be her own inner masculine, and we are here to integrate the two. The masculine also needs to be their own inner feminine and learn to nurture themselves. And so it is through gentleness and compassion that we can align to our truth. And so show yourself empathy. There could be a splitting of a false reality here, where two people are going their separate ways and about to walk different timelines as well. And we do need to understand that the masculine and the feminine, we do have different walks on this journey, and not all twins do come into that physical union. It is a higher calling. It is a higher telepathic connection where words are not even needed. And so I do feel there could be a timeline shift here where two people are going into two different timelines, but there is like a connection here of emotion. And so meditation really is going to serve us, I feel, over the coming days, opening up the channels of communication with yourself, with your guides. Keep yourself centered and grounded in reality. In reality, though, there is a need to stay grounded in reality because there is a massive awakening happening in the collective. And there could be a twin soul couple coming into union, and maybe their sole purpose is to guide people with their healing light and assist others on their awakening. And so we've got Jupiter going into Gemini on the 25th. And so Jupiter and Gemini, it's releasing the status quo, right? With Jupiter and Taurus, it's all been about material aspects. It's been a little bit drudgery. It's been a little bit daunting, expanding our beliefs as well, connected to self-worth, self-value, and money. And so Jupiter and Gemini is all about evolution of knowledge and the study of our spiritual nature and the study of our spiritual sentient way, and considering maybe a spiritual vocation or a new vocation, or expanding your esoteric knowledge. And this might even mean traveling. And so we also have the full moon coming up. So I think the full moon is really going to highlight a very challenging relationship dynamic where maybe there's been a soul agreement to trigger one another in order to resolve some past life karma, some past life wounds. But this is a journey of accountability. And bottom line is, it is a journey of self-development and self-accountability. And so growth can never take place without that self-accountability. And so we never do stop working on ourselves. And well, we're not supposed to anyway. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to evolve. We're supposed to be accountable, because that is the healing journey, being accountable and looking in that mirror and putting the blame right on the person staring back in that mirror, right? Because you and only you can take ownership for you. You are a sentient being on your own. And so there's like a blending of the past and the future right now, and I do feel an Ace of Wands energy, and we're right back to the visions. So I feel like we're concluding like a 4 to 5 year cycle is what it feels like. We're concluding a very powerful lesson over the coming days. And so there is a major purge of any complacent situations. I feel going into this full moon in Sag for that twin soul union to come through. And so there's a very complex dynamic playing out in the energies today. So let's go a little bit further with the tarot. This is very interesting. Was not expecting that today. All right, let's do it. 3 of Pentacles in reversed, 5 of Pentacles in reversed. We kind of got 8 of Pentacles in reversed at play. So this is coming out of a period of negative thought manifestations. This is releasing anything that isn't what you love to do for work. And so we are in Pluto retrograde as well, which is in Aquarius. And depending on where this is transiting in your house, it will affect you differently, and I did a video on that on the membership side of the channel, so go check it out. That's always there to be viewed if you are a member. And so this is about going into building a life that you love moving forward. So releasing lack mentality. And so when we are constantly in a negative thought process, then we're going to keep recreating and manifesting lack. And let's face it, the cost of living is getting crazy. And I love what I do, and I am living a very comfortable lifestyle. And so give up what you don't love. So this might mean walking away from a job that was okay, paid the bills, but it kept you in a state of lack. And so this might mean becoming self-employed. And that's what this is all about, I feel. The Ace of Wands, becoming self-employed, igniting your passions. The angels, I feel, are guiding somebody here on their journey. So earth energy. So there might be a shift in career coming up when we shift into Jupiter and Gemini. So let's get into it. Let's do 9 cards for the collective. Let's see what needs to come through today. The moon reverse. So there's that full moon energy coming through, which is tomorrow, by the way. So we're already kind of getting into that energy. Listen to your intuition. Pay attention to the signs from the divine right now. There is some type of ending with the 6 of Cups in reversed, the Sun reversed. There is some type of completion, I feel, of a very long, dark journey into revisiting the past, revisiting your childhood, revisiting people from the past, to embrace that inner child healing that I talked about. And so there might be like that Mercury retrograde for me, and there's still people coming back from my past that I went to high school with. And so that Mercury retrograde for me, it was all about clearing some stuff from the past. And so I also have this Pluto retrograde in my 12th house of karma. And so I'm burying a lot of past relationships, a lot of past cycles, because my South Node also sits in my 12th house. And so there could be something significant with a Leo coming through or a Pisces coming through. Let's keep going here. 5 of Wands in reversed. 6 of Pentacles, so Libra energy, and we are rebalancing. This is the energy of what you put out there comes back to you, good or bad, right? Oh, the 7 of Swords in reverse is like a confession. I feel somebody here feels like they lost out on something huge. Make sure you're being honest. The age of Aquarius is the age of authenticity and honesty. 3 of Wands in reverse, 2 of Swords upright. What do we close off with? The 4 of Pentacles. The more you give, the more you receive. And so Gemini too, I feel in the shadowy vibration of Gemini. I keep slipping off my chair. I think I need a new chair. Gemini in, I guess, shadowy energy can really get stuck on the extremes of looking at things in black and white. So be mindful of that. Bottom of the deck, we've got a Queen of Coins and an Emperor. So there's that divine masculine. And this is feeling like a very grounded feminine energy that might be a business owner. She's sitting on her throne. She's sitting pretty. She's got something good going for her, right? She's all dressed in red. And the bunny indicates like a rebirth. She's wearing a crown. And so I feel she's grounded, she's stable. And so she's rooted in reality is what it feels like. And so there's something here that's really been looked at as black and white. And I feel there is a shift in perspective here. And so somebody maybe didn't want to look at things clearly. I do feel there's like a 5 of Swords in reversed here. So there could have been some self-sabotaging behaviors that needed to be played out when it comes to an existing pattern of behavior that needed to be purged. And I do feel like like the recent past, there's been like dark night of the soul, maybe over a revelation that made something clear about a past ending as well. And so I do feel there's a revisiting of the past to release any residual conflict in order to make things right. And so paying off debt, making things right. We are in tough times, and so this could even mean confessing the truth to yourself too, because we do have like a Five of Swords. So where have you deceived yourself? Where do you need to get honest with yourself about something that you didn't want to see? Because maybe you were living with the rose-colored glasses on. And so I also feel like an Eight of Wands in reversed, and so this could be, and it's right below the moon reverse. So like something is being seen that wasn't seen before. And so there's no more pretending that there isn't a problem either. There's no more pretending that you can't see this, because you see it. And so there's no point in over analyzing a situation to the extremes. And I do feel there's a lesson in giving and receiving emotions and connecting that to money. And then we get this on the bottom of the deck, and we get the Ace of Cups in reverse. So is there a loveless situation here? That could be it. I need to recognize that because the Queen really isn't the Emperor's match. This could be somebody that is deciding to go their own way and leave a loveless situation behind with an Emperor. But I do feel there is a feminine as well coming through that can make anything beautiful, that can proceed, I feel, with confidence, because she's got a lot going for her. She's got a golden opportunity. She's got something to grow here. And so maybe there's a feminine going through a rebirth here. And then we got a masculine here that's all up in his head using logic and not emotions. So let's go a little bit further here and see what's going on with the Six of Pentacles. So there could be like paying off some karmic debt within a relationship before both of you can proceed. But let's clarify the Six of Pentacles. So I feel over the next 6 days, there's going to be exposure of something that you just would rather not see, that you would rather pretend there isn't a problem. So we get the Ego in reversed, which is the Devil in reversed, Capricorn energy. We get the Queen of Cups in reversed, and we get the Transformation in reverse. So there's unavoidable change. And I feel there is a feminine here that I feel is very compassionate, very loving, but has overgiven. It's time to cover that cup up. It's really time. I do feel there's almost like emotional disillusionment here, because somebody is swimming in a sea of emotions. There's some type of pattern here as well with the Devil in reverse. So healing your heart. There is a forced release of an old belief system, I feel. And there's a significant life change taking place here. And then we get the Ace of Wands in reverse with the renewal. So there's some type of an awakening. There could also be some type of rebirth here when it comes to some sort of blocked communication. So there could be a reconnection with Source as well. But I feel there's a recognition of a lost opportunity. There's a need to do this deep healing work and to protect your energy. The Knight of Wands is the wounded healer. And so there's a long overdue shift taking place. And there is somebody here definitely being disillusioned. And I do feel there's somebody here that is being forced to make a choice. Like there's no more choice to be made. Like Spirit is saying, you've procrastinated long enough. It's time to get moving. And so there we are coming out of that lack again. So what is this Four of Pentacles? What does need to be let go of? Because I think this is about making a grounded decision and withdrawing your emotions from it. Yeah, withdrawing your emotions. Somebody here needs to make a cut here. There is a feminine here that needs to pull her emotions out of a situation. You need to make a head over heart decision here for sure. You need to make a grounded decision here, because I do feel there is a lot of love here. But something I think is coming to a dead stop is what it feels like. And we've got a feminine here getting a wake-up call. She's all done reflecting, all done feeling stuck, maybe with a Pisces or a Cancer. But I feel there's a feminine here cutting to the chase and cutting things out of her life, especially when it comes to an immature, loveless situation. And so it's time to have faith in the future. I do feel the divine is guiding somebody forward in order to create justice in their life, to release an unwise choice. So we get Libra, we get Aquarius, and so it's really time to do what's best for you, not what is best for everybody else, not what everybody else wants you to do. It's time to do what's best for you. That's how you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And so I do feel there is a rebalancing, and so it's great. It's great to want to see all sides of the situation. Libra can be very indecisive because they want everybody to come out on top, to come out fair. And sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Sometimes you need to use a little bit of objectiveness and discernment to release an unwise choice. And so there it is. It's like the choice has been taken away. The Five of Swords reversed, Two of Swords reversed, Two of Pentacles reversed. It's time to find your strength to rebalance a situation that maybe isn't working, where you have been working hard to make things work. But I feel somebody here lacks integrity, has questionable motives, and somebody's been so afraid to walk away, I think, because of the financial stability. But there's really no happiness here. Oh, I grabbed two. And so it's really like an energy of lack. And so I do feel it's time to stop focusing on the negative and to turn things around. Forgive yourself, look for the hidden blessings, and go towards what will bring you emotional contentment. Because I think somebody here has made a bad choice, and I feel they're recognizing they're not valued in a connection, and it's time to create that balance. This full moon in Sag is saying, take the leap, get out of these loveless situations, get out of these situations and push your fears aside and take the leap of faith. But it's going to take self-control for sure. So what's the closing message for the collective? Trust your intuition. I think we're kind of in a timeout. It is a timeout. It's an inward journey. It's a timeout. And so what's the final message today? Health, environment. I feel there's an unhealthy home environment here that's really affecting somebody's health. And there's a need to recognize that. There's like a Four of Cups energy here. And so close it out. Show yourself compassion, show this other person compassion. I think that came through yesterday. Endings do not have to be horrific. So get out in nature. I do feel there's a shift coming within the next couple months. And I feel the divine is communicating with somebody to keep your health in check and get your home in check. And that's what I got for a message today. So I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book in with me, check out the description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.